So, welcome everyone. Now today we are going to see about the square root. In the previous 3 videos what I have sent, we have discussed about the squares. Now we are going to see about the square roots. Now what is the square root? It is nothing but the opposite thing. The square root of every number can be found out. But as we have the perfect squares, we will get the whole number or an integer only when we find the square root of the perfect squares. So, as we know, the squares we write as n square. This is square we write as. The square roots are written as n to power 1 upon 2. The power becomes half. Here the power is 2. So half is opposite to 2. Why? Because 2 multiplied by 1 by 2 is nothing but 1. So in this manner we can say that first we were taking the index 2. Now for any given number, to find the square root, we have the index 1 by 2. And the notation of the word root is, this is the notation for the word root. Now this notation means it is the second, here it is 2, second root of the given number n. When we write this way, it means that it is the second root of n. Now, how to find the root of the any given number? So, initially we will take the perfect squares. Initially, we are going to take the perfect squares. Now, for this, finding the square root through repeated subtraction. This is the first method. But this method can be applied only on the perfect squares. Only on the perfect squares. So the first method we are going to see is finding the square root through repeated subtraction. Finding the square root by repeated subtraction. So this is the first method. Now repeated subtraction, as while finding the squares, we have seen that the odd numbers play very major role. There we add the consecutive odd numbers starting from 1 to find the square of the numbers. Now if I want to find the square of 7, so I will take first odd 7 numbers, that is 1, then 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and 13. And when I add these 7 numbers, I will get the square of 7. Similarly, now here we added, now here we are going to subtract. For example, take any perfect square number, say 169. 169 is a perfect square. Now, we have to find the square root of 169. So by this method, how we can go for that? So the first step is 169 minus 1, because 1 is the first odd number, we get 168. Then 168 minus 3 equal to 165. 165 minus 5 is 160. 160 minus 7 is equal to 153. 153 minus 9 gives you 144. 144 minus 11 gives 133. 133 minus 13 gives you 120. 120 minus 15 gives you 105. 105 minus 17 gives you 88. 88 minus 19 gives you 69. 69 minus 21 gives you 48. 48 minus 23 gives you 25. 25 minus 25 gives you 0. Now nothing remains here. How many steps are there? We'll count the step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So in the 13th step we got 0 here. It means that the square root of 169 is nothing but 30. Total number of steps, or how many odd numbers we have subtracted consecutively? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 odd numbers we have subtracted one by one from 169 to get 0 here, and hence the square root of 169 is equal to 30. So this is finding the square root by repeated subtraction. By repeated subtraction. But you can see here, this is a quite long and time consuming procedure. So we should have some another method also. The another method for finding the square root is nothing but by making the second method is by finding the prime factors. So Second method, finding the square root by finding or factorizing the or we can say by finding finding the square root by finding the prime factors of given number. Now this is quite shorter method than the first one. Here what we have to do is, first let's take any perfect square. Now we'll deal first with the perfect square numbers only, and then we'll deal with the non-perfect square also. So first I am going to deal with the perfect squares. Okay, so let us take a perfect square, say 1225. We have to find the square root of 1225. Now what to do is, first of all we'll find the prime factor of this. Now finding the prime factor, 1, 2, 2, 5. Now 5 is here, so 2 cannot be the prime factor of this. Now just add this all. What we get? 3 plus 2, 5 plus 5, 10. So 3 is also not the prime factor of this. So directly we have to go for 5. So 5. When we divide this by 5, 5 2s are 10, remains 2, becomes 22, 5 4s are 20, remains 2, 5 5s are 25. Again we can divide this by 5. So what we get here? 5 4s are 20, and then 45 means 5 9s are 45. Then after, now 5 is not the factor of 49, so obviously 7 is there. After 5 the prime number comes is 7, so 7 7s are 49, and 7 1s are 7. So here we end with the factorization. Now see here, what are the factors? We can see here the pairs. As I said, that square root is nothing but 1 by 2 index. That is, 1 by 2 is the index of that number. We have to take the index 1 by 2. Now here we have the pairs. So we can write this as equal to under root of 5 into 5 into 7 into 7. And therefore we have under root of, this is one pair, this is one pair. So it is 5 square into 7 square. Now as it comes out from the root sign, it means that here to this complete we have index 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 2 is 1. So we remain with 5. and again here also 2 into 1 by 2 will become 1. So 7 to power 1 is again 7. So it is 7. So when it comes out of the root, the index 2 vanishes or it converts to index 1, that is no index. So 7 into 5 into 7, we have 35. So this is the way how we can find out the square root of a given number by the prime factorization method. This is called nothing but prime factorization method. The third method in this is, because by this way we can just find the perfect square root of the perfect square numbers only. If the given number is not a perfect square, then what to do? But still we have to find the square root of that, whether it may come in the decimal point. So for that, the third procedure or the third method is there, and that third method is nothing but the third method of finding the square root is by division method. By division method. Now, by division method we can find out. Now let's take a number. Say a number given is 5625, and we have to find the square root of this number. By division method, how we can go for that? So for division method, we have to prepare like this. Here will come the quotient, that is the answer will be here. Here you have to write the number, but these number starting from ones place or unit place digit, we have to write in pairs, 2 pairs. So we'll write it as 5, 6 and a slight gap between these 2, 5 and 5, 6. We'll keep a slight gap. So now 56 is there. Now which is the perfect square which is less than 56? A perfect square which is less than 56. So we must know the series of the perfect square. The series of perfect squares we saw in the second video I have given to you. That is 1, 4, after 4 comes 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, after 49 is 64. Now see, 64 is greater than this and 49 is less than this. Now 49 is the square of 7. So what we'll write here? We'll write here 7. 7 sevens are 49. We'll add 7 in this. The same number will add in that. So what we get here? Here is the subtraction. 6 minus 9 cannot go, so we'll borrow 1. 16 minus 9 is 7. And here it becomes 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Here 7 plus 7 is 14. We'll not write this 14 very near to the line. We need some space here to write one digit there. Now what that digit will be, let's see later on. Now this 25 will take it down, at random. 25 together will take. Now this figure becomes 725. Now what should be put here so that we get the figure 725? So 14 5s is 70 and 5 5s is 25. So 14 5s is 70. Now if 140 is there, then it will be 700 and 5 5s are 25. 725. So we will put here 5. We'll add here 5 in this, and here we'll again put 5. So 145 5s will get 725. Here subtraction. We can write 0 here. So add this. 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry over 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 1 is as it is. Now here the subtraction. 5 minus 5 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. 7 minus 7 is again 0. And this is obviously 0. So here we have got all zeros. So here we end the division. Now see the magic here. Now if you are wrong, whether you are right or wrong, you can correct it. How? Or you can check it, not correct it. I mean to say, we can check whether we are right or wrong by, see this. Here it is 75 and here it is 75 2s are 150. So whatever the addition you will get here at last, that addition will be twice of the quotient. And this quotient is nothing but the answer of this. And therefore we can write under root of 5625 is nothing but 75. Got it clear? Now this was a perfect square I have taken. Now let's take any other number. For example, I will take a bigger number like 6 digit, any 6 digit number I will take. Okay, so let's see what happens when we go for finding the square root of a bigger number. Let the number is, or let us find the square root of 427018. Now I don't know, I have just written a number. I don't know whether it is a perfect square or not, but I am going to find the square root of this number. Now how to go? So for this the procedure will be the same. Here like this. Now I will divide this in the pairs of 2. So starting from opposite, as there are 6 numbers, so 3 pairs obviously. If it is a 5 digit number, then the pair of 0, 1, 2, 7 and 4 will be remain alone. That is only 4. So we can add 0 in front of 4 in that case. But here it is not essential. So here we have 40, 4, 2, a bit gap 7, 0, a bit gap 1, 8. Now 4, 2, which is the lower perfect square than 42? That is 36. And 36 is nothing but 6 square. So 6 6s are 36. Add 6 in this. Subtract. 6 plus 6 is 12. Here 2 means 12 minus 6 is 6 again. And this will be 3 minus 3 is 0. Then these 70 will take down. So it will become 670. Now, can I put here 6? So if I put here 6, it will be 126. And we have to multiply it 6 by 6 only. So 6 6s are 36. 6 2s are 12. 13, 14, 15. Carry 1. 6 1s are 6 and 1, 7. Now these number exceeds then 670. So you cannot use 6 here. So what you have to use? You have to use just 5. So I will put here 5. Again here 5. So 5 5s are 25. Carry over 2. 5 2s are 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. Again carry over 1. 5 1s are 5 and 1, 6. And here 0. Here you have to add the same number, that is 5. So here subtraction again. 0 minus 5 doesn't go. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 1 is 6. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 6 minus 6 is 0. This is obviously 0. Now these 1 8 will come down in the pair itself. So it will be 1 8. And here we get 5 plus 5 is 0, but I will not write near the line 0. 2 plus 1 3 and 1 130. Now 130, what I should put in front of this, that I will get this number approximately very near and lower than that number. So think of 130. If I put something here, it will be 1300 and something. Now 13 stable. Do you know 13 stable? Yes. 13 1s are 13. 13 2s are 26. 13 3s are 39. 13 4s are 52. It goes beyond this. So we can take only 3. So if I take 3 here, I will take 3 here and also 3 here. So 1303 multiplied by 3. What you get? 3 3s are 9. 3 0 0. 3 3s are 9. 3 1s are 3. These are zeros. Again here add 3 in this. So here we get 1 3 0 6. 1 3 0 6. Now why I am leaving here place? Because here we are going to get some remainder. That's why. So 18 minus 9 is 9. 0 minus 0 0. 15 minus 9 is 6. And 3 minus 3 will become 0. If you don't write this, still it works. Now see here. Can you get a lower number from this? It is impossible. So we have to take decimal here. So when we take decimal, we get 2 zeros here. In normal division, we put 1 0. But here we have to take a pair of zeros. So here again 13 stable. 13 5s are 65. Not of use. So 13 4s are will good. Again 4 here in addition and 4 here. See, this is decimal here. So 4 4s are 16, 6, carry over 1. 4 6s are 24 and 1 25, carry over 2. 4 0 0 means 2. 4 3s are 12. 4 1s are 4 and 1 5. Now subtract, we get 4. I will write somewhat this side because again 2 zeros we have to take. So 4. Then 9 minus 5 is again 4. 8 minus 2 is 6. And 10 minus 2 is 8. So we get this number here as remainder. Now we can go up to infinite, but we don't need to go for that. Just find up to the second place after decimal. So 1 we have got 4 after decimal, and one more we have to get now. So here 4 plus 4 is 8, 6, 0, 3 and 1. Now here we have to take 2 zeros. So now this becomes 8,64,400 and this is 13,068. Again the table of 13 we can use here. So if you use the table of 13, less than 86 it should come. So 13 5s are 65, 13 7s are 13 6s are 78, 13 7s are 91. So here we can get 6. So 6, again 6 here, again 6 here. 6 6s are 36, carry over 3, 6 8s are 48 and 3 51, carry over 5, 6 6s are 36 and 5 41. So carry over is 4. Then 6 zeros are 0 plus 4 is 4. 6 3s are 18. So 8, carry over 1. 6 1s are 6 and 1 7. So again we can subtract here and here we can add. We have to subtract here. Here is subtraction. So 0 minus 6 is again 4. So here we get 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. 3 minus 1 is 2. 4 minus 4 is 0. 6 minus 8 means 16 minus 8 is 8. Now 7 minus 7 is 0. So again, now forget about this remainder now. And here we get 6 plus 6, 12, 2. 1 is carry, 8 plus 1 is 9. 6, 0. Now see here the number and see here, not considering this decimal. If you multiply this by 2, what you get? 6 2s are 12, carry over 1. 4 2s are 8 and 1 9. 3 2s are 6. 5 2s are 10, 0, carry over 1. 6 2s are 12 and 1 13. So again this is twice of this if you don't consider the decimal. Now what we have got here? Therefore under root of 427,018 is nothing but 653.46. So this is the thing. This is the third and the final method what we are going to see in our this next part. Now I have explained all the methods. Now we'll directly in the last session we'll directly go for solving the exercise, that is exercise 6.3 and 6.4, the last exercise of this lesson. So most probably in the next episode or the next part or next video, I mean to say, we will solve the two exercises. Some problem I will solve, I will show you how to solve, and the remaining numericals you will solve and complete the exercise in your notebook, that is the class workbook. Got it? Okay, thank you. meet you again in the next video.